Welcome to another episode of A Wave Podcast, also known as A Wise Ass View. I am your host, Wise Kid. Here with me today is my brother, Terrance. We got Terrance in the building, y'all. Terrance and me met at Amazon, of course, where y'all have probably seen a lot of my guests. Are a couple of my co-workers from Amazon, because Amazon, that place is a lot of, it take a lot on you. Yes. It's a lot of mental health and physical health and stuff that happens at Amazon that it affects everybody different. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of different stories from Amazon to tell, or working in a warehouse job, period. You get what I'm saying? So my friend Terrance here also took a leave, you know what I'm saying, to get himself together and to, you know, take a step back from working and really get his head wrapped around his other pursuits, because a lot of you guys know that, like, in COVID and doing all this time, a lot of people are trying to start their own new businesses and stuff. So
just to piggyback on that, yeah, I have a bunch of stories for Amazon. I've been working for Amazon for 9 years, and still going. But as we all know, 2020 took a toll on everybody, and working during a pandemic is really stressful, because we were one of the companies that were still working during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So you have your health at risk, you know, working around a bunch of people who work, like, it's a warehouse, so you're working around a bunch of people, and then, you know, you got to make sure you protect yourself, wearing the mask and all this disinfect and everything like that, and then trying to still work under the Amazon procedures.
Yeah.
So it was really tough doing that. Then everybody had their personal issues at home, so the mental health thing actually played a huge role in my leave, because I never really took a leave before. This was my first time actually taking a leave, other than like anything that been like medical or something like that. So it really took a toll on me, and I really was asking a few of my coworkers or my peers, and talking to my manager, because I was like, you know, I never really took a leave before, but it really was coming to a mental state of mind. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm tired, like, I'm exhausted, and trying to balance personal issues, and then coming to work and trying to balance work issues, and then try not to get COVID, and trying to stay healthy. I was like, listen, I need a break. So that's why I took my leave. And also, a few people don't know that I was in a really bad car accident that really, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Fuck up my back. I fucked my back up. Like, I fucked my back up. So, but I recovered real smoothly or whatever. But in this type of warehouse where I work, you know, we're working with a lot of bulk items and stuff like that. So I try not to overwork myself. Now, one thing about me, I'm a workaholic. So I'm good with pressure, working with a lot of work. You know, I'm moving, I'm fast paced, so I'm good with that. It keeps me going. But sometimes we do need to, you know, push the subject of mental health, because a lot of people feel like it can't happen to them,
right? Or
they don't even realize that it's actually happening to them. Because I didn't realize it was happening to me until it really got to the point where I would come to work, like, be depressed, like, just waking up knowing that I gotta go to work. Because, you know, some people, you know, I know some people don't like their job. A lot of people don't like their job. But yeah, I think just after the pandemic, it kind of shined a light on how serious mental health can be for a lot of people, especially Black people. Like, yeah. I feel like our Black community don't really talk about it as much, and we really do need to talk about it a little bit more and shine a light on it, because at a young age we were told, like, whatever goes in this house stay in this house,
and not to ask for help.
Yeah, and that really fucked our community up, because, like, we have a lot of crimes, and it's due to mental health issues at home. We got a lot of you know, just crazy things going on where sometimes the family members don't even know, and then it's really, like, it hurts me also, because I know some people And I also like, you know, I know some people who have these problems, but you don't know when you have the problems because you're so big on trying to make everybody else happy or, you know, satisfied or relieved. Because everybody look at you like, you know, Terrance, you know, let's chill with you, but you know, you cool people, everybody like your vibe and stuff, and you want to keep that because that's what kind of warms you up and help you.
It helps you keep pushing.
Yeah,
when you at work and stuff, yo.
Right, but they don't know that you have a mental issue or you like have
what you dealing with on the inside.
Yeah. So it's like, where do you go from there?
Because you got a lot of people, you know, asking for advice and taking stuff, and you having to pour into this person and do all of this. It can leave you drained. You get what I'm saying? Because it's always, especially at any warehouse, I'm not gonna just say Amazon for like as a prime.
Yeah, not just Amazon,
but like any warehouse, I feel like
there's job period
really. But it's like they really have everything changes every day. You know what I'm saying? How many we've been there? I've been there since October, and they done switched every damn thing around. We've had new 2 times replaced managers.
Well, 2 times for you. We replaced the manager more than 2 times. Like
since you've been there, yeah.
And I only been at this particular building for almost two years. Because I've been to 3 or 4 different buildings out of my 9 years, and this one shuffled around the most when it comes to leadership teams.
Yeah.
But like I said, we're not just talking about Amazon. We're talking about like any job per se. It don't even have to be a job. If you have a mental health issue, period, like I feel like there's phone numbers to call. There's hotlines that that help us out. I feel like if you don't have a phone or you can't reach to or don't feel comfortable talking to just a stranger, I feel like it should be like at least one person in your family you should be able to talk to, or a best friend or something like that. Someone that will actually listen. Because you also have some people that take advantage of the stuff you tell them.
Yeah.
But, you know, so you also want to be careful. But I feel like, I feel like it should be a subject that should be talked about, and I'm actually pleased to actually talk about it because I feel like as I'm talking about it now, I feel like this is something that it should be normalized to speak of
and sit back and talk.
Yeah,
you know
like,
what I'm saying.
And the thing is, like,
that's what a Wave podcast. That's what it's here for. You get what I'm saying? To talk about and have a safe place to talk about, but also to back up to what we were saying. When jobs and stuff are fast pacing and always changing and stuff, and then you look back on your life outside of work and that's always changing and stuff, there's no stability. So in any one person's mind at any given time, there's a lot of instability going on in their personal life. When they come to work, everything is switched up. It's not how they left it the day before, or the routine is always changing. You got to come home and you worried about this bill, that bill. This bill's more expensive than that bill last week, and all of this stuff. So everything's always changing in your life, in your life. You know what I'm saying? You got relatives that are getting sick and might have to come and stay with you. So now your whole living arrangement's messed up. It's just a lot of different things that one person could be going through outside of work, and then to have to come to work where everything's changing and stuff. And it's like, it'd be different if they were changing and like helping and walking through with the workers the change and stuff that's going on. But all I can say is for the facilities that I worked in, they don't. They just throw a change up and expect you to get acclimated to it, and they don't walk you through what's going on or why is this change. You have to literally go up and ask for those questions. You get what I'm saying? And those type of changes every day ain't good for nobody.
Right. And the crazy thing is, like, I'm really like an open book. I'm really straightforward, and I communicate it don't matter if it's a leadership or it's a coworker or like I said, it could be outside of work, whether it's a family member or a friend or whatever. I'm kind of like an open book. Like, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna just walk up to you like, you know, whatever. But unless that energy is reciprocated. But I'm saying like so I'm really vocal when it comes to changes being made, and if I don't understand the change, like you know, if I do understand it, and what can I do to help the change, like, you know what I'm saying, or how do it benefit me, how do it benefit the company, or how it benefits whoever is involved, like, so,
exactly.
But my thing is like I feel like communication is key to a lot of things, especially when it comes to mental health. Like we said, we're not just talking about businesses, we're talking about everything. But for my case, other than my personal life and whatever was going on at the time or was still going on, I think in my case, my job working at a warehouse was taking a toll on me because, like I said, after the pandemic, all of that, and then 9 years is for the same company, and especially if you feel like you're not getting anywhere with the company. Like I said, there's no shade. There's no shade with whatever the company or whatever you work with, but I'm just saying, like, if you feel like you're not getting anywhere with something, of course it's gonna drive you crazy, and
because you're not moving up or you're not doing
and you try everything the best you could to try to reach the leadership.
But you see, I think the thing with that is that not only do you have to go to a job, and this is just like the corporate America, and you have to be the best at what you're doing, but you also have to be sort of like a ass kisser in a way, because like if you go to your job and you just be the best person that's doing that, but you stay to yourself, you don't really mess with nobody, you stay to yourself, you do the job, but you're the best at the job, people like that they get left, or they get stuck in that position. Okay, well, let's take Lorenzo for an example. You get what I'm saying? He's stuck as the Smoggy man. You get what I'm saying? Like, he can elevate, but like they know, okay, Lorenzo's gonna get X, Y, and Z amount of numbers done today. So we know our load gonna hit this because we got him right there in that path. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
He's over there. He doesn't really, Pop stays to himself. You get what I'm saying? He don't really, mix him in. He say what's up to whoever's around him, but he really just be in his own zone. Hence why he can get 300 packages in a truck a day. You get what I'm saying? So people like that, not saying Pops won't move up, but other people like that, they don't move up because they get so good and accustomed to being the best person for that position, and they don't really talk to nobody, so they haven't built no rapport with nobody. They haven't.
But I don't feel like that's the actual person's fault or anything like that. I feel like that's leadership. If leadership recognizes the work ethic of one of their employees or whatever, they should automatically
want them to move up
or push them up, or at least ask them or offer the position. And my thing is, with me, I was trained in like a bunch of positions. Like I was trained in everything of my 9 years working. So it wasn't and my thing is like, oh yeah, I get accustomed to a certain position, whatever, but I've had plenty of opportunities of trying to move up in the business, and I was just getting like the shitty end of the stick. So it was like I did everything that I tried to do. I spoken to corporate. I done went to leadership or different leadership from different buildings. I spoke to managers or whoever's in charge of the higher up position at the time. I even applied for higher positions that wasn't even in my MO, but it was just like, hey, why not? And then I even spoke to them in person when they come have corporate visits. I like parked the pit pull off and talked to them. I even studied whatever resources they gave me just in case they tried to test me. I know all the information and I'm trained for that field, whatever the case may be. And it all boils down to favoritism. I feel like you get that every building I've been to, everyone always has complained about. Mind you, I've been to 3 or 4 different buildings. Think about it, that's 3 or 4 different buildings. That's like about 800 or so employees per building. That's like 50 different associates that I've communicated with or been friends with or been close to or even spoke to. Different states, 3 different states. And everyone's saying the same thing. Like, they try to move to this certain position. This is what they want to do, but favoritism will cancel all of that stuff. Like, we have people, like I said, I'm not just talking about our company. I'm just going off of my personal experience. We have people that come from a different company that don't know nothing about the company that will come inside the company and apply for the position that we work hard to get up to, that they tell us that, oh, just work your way up to get there, and they get that spot, and then they want us to train them. So I'm like, the fuck? No. I got a problem with that. I got a huge problem with that. So you try to tell me I gotta learn three other things outside of my department to get to the department I want to get to, but you're gonna get somebody from outside of the company that don't know nothing about the company and give them that position, but want me to train them. No.
Train this motherfucker for a job that
I want that he don't know nothing about. Like, because if I train him, I gotta train him everything I know, like from 3 other departments ago. So that's all that the
shortcuts and all.
Yeah, so it's just like, what? No, I got a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't even know where I had to do that too. That's just crazy.
I don't understand that. Maybe, I mean, I haven't been in corporate, so I don't understand that. I don't know if that's a thing. There's no one have gave me an answer for me to even try to understand that. But from the looks of it, from what I've been seeing them doing that, we lose people. We lose. That's why we can never have the like you said, stability. Like
that's why we never can have the same amount of people.
There's nobody consistent because
they training new people every other damn day.
And it's cool when you
ain't even peak season.
It's cool when you have new folks that's willing to work for the company and stuff, and they come in, but like 9 out of 10 they don't stay because it's all about teamwork, leadership, and if you lack any of them things, like there's not gonna be no consistency.
Then when they finally come in here and see what the hell they gotta do, and they like, oh no, I can't do this, or the job gets too hard.
Or they be like, well, why don't y'all do this, or how you don't do this? And I get it. I understand. Like if you asking questions, like you trying to help out. Maybe it's a different way, other than the system that they provide us that will help us reach our goal or numbers or case may be. But and they be having these meetings all the time. But like I said, I mean that's good for whoever got time for it. But I don't. Like 9 years, I had my time already. Like with all of that. So
you into modeling and shit now, and how's that?
Yes.
Since you'll leave, what have you done to like further pursue that?
So I'm a model, actor, writer, which is writing music, poetry, stories. It don't matter. I just like to write. I used to draw artists. I'm a creative director for photo shoots and stuff like that. Dancer, been in 3 dance teams. One of them we won 32 trophies at nationals back in the day. Still love dancing. I do that. But right now I'm doing I do a lot. I do a lot. I like to.
You a jack of all trades.
Yeah, I don't like to stay on place, and that's another thing too involving mental health too, because you got all this stuff that you love to do, and you would love to do all of these things for income. You don't want to do corporate America. You want to do all of these creative things.
But you gotta put your time into it.
And you want to put your time into it, but like corporate America is not
sucking all
that
time.
Like you gotta figure out a way. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying you gotta find your own way sometimes when it comes to that. So back to my modeling thing. So it's like the time that I took off for work to actually do my modeling thing, because I was actually getting booked shows. I was getting booked fashion shows and stuff like that. And it was really a good exposure for me. I was meeting other people. I was meeting whether it was a makeup artist that probably knows somebody that got a show coming up because they're working for that event. Whether it was a hairstylist or other models, which I met, which is cool. I met directors of the fashion shows
that you went to.
You
were a part of, not went to.
I was actually a part of. I had some designers who was cool, and they done saw me walk, so they would ask me like, we got a show coming up in June, like, can you do this, da da da. So it was really cool. Like I actually felt great about it. I felt good doing it. I wasn't stressed. First of all, that business is stressful sometimes, but you have people, you're surrounded by people that's willing to do the work. Everybody
and it's always gonna be stressing something that you love to do, but you don't love to work for somebody else and not get treated right. In this business, you're working for yourself and trying to build your way up by your own means, by your own methods, by your own hard work, and that will result in what you get from it.
Right. So piggybacking off of that, just imagine you working, like, you surrounded by people that you work with, and everyone feels the same way about not being treated fairly, or they're trying to put their time and effort into something, whatever, but they all like, this is training, da 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 da. You know, you're gonna get what you're gonna get that type of energy for whatever particular thing that is, you know. But if you're surrounded by something that you love to do and everybody loves what that they're doing, and you know, that can create a team effort to get what we gotta do, get it done. That's one. And then two, it can open doors to other opportunities.
Yeah.
Other doors of opportunity getting forced to you because we're in an uncomfortable situation you're in.
And also those opportunities that you might be able to get, you don't have to worry about them being snatched by somebody else and you having to train them or do something like that. This is your opportunity, something that you're doing. If you missed the shot, you missed the shot, but it was by your own doing. It wasn't because somebody else got put. You get what I'm saying? So it's different.
We over here preaching now.
It's just different when you're starting your own business or trying to start something or doing anything that you love. It don't even have to be a business. You know what I'm saying? You have to literally come up with the mindset that right now, I'm not gonna get paid for this.
Right.
But I want to do this, and hopefully, again, like my cousin, Des, he takes fire ass pictures. Like when I say he takes beautiful pictures of people, and I remember when he started, he was doing it for free. Let me just take your picture so y'all see if y'all like it. You know what I'm saying? Shout me out, whatever his craft was. And now he's getting booked for X amount of dollars to do X amount of photo shoots for X amount of time, and he's picking his schedule. You get what I'm saying? So he put the time and effort in the shit to get it, and he's living it
and
up.
The crazy thing about that, because when I was younger, like I would say I was already writing from, like, I started young with that. I started writing elementary school and like my teachers didn't know what to do with me. They was like, what is he getting all this from? And I would think because I've seen, like, when I was younger, I've seen a bunch of like pictures and writing and poetry and other stuff that my dad had wrote and stuff like that. My mom and my grandmother, they showed me all these things and whatever. And then I kind of like was always in my own world. Like I was just watching and looking at stuff and listening and just remembering things and stuff. And then I would just like write whatever I was thinking down. And they used to be like, my teacher used to call my moms and be like, yo, like he aced this, but like what's he going through? Because he was like, he wrote like a whole love story. He's only in elementary school. Like, how is this good? Like, I wrote a whole story like when I had a project. And I was just like, I don't know, I just like to write. So that's kind of cool that your cousin, you said your cousin, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool because when I got, that was right in elementary school up to middle school. When I got to high school, I was a computer geek. I was already on the computer. I wanted to figure out how stuff worked. I was already doing editing, like whether it was pictures, websites, and stuff like that. And just like your cousin, I'd be like, oh, let me edit your photos. Let me see what I can do. Let me hook it up. Let me see what I could do. And I used to do my own stuff, and people used to see it. So then, my first gig was my dad had got, he was in a motorcycle group, and he had his own motorcycle group, and he wanted me to build a website for them. So I'm like, okay, word. So this could be like, I ain't never tried that before, so let me try. So I used to edit their pages, whether it was like a website that's connected to another social media page, whatever, so just to create certain stuff and promotions for the site and for the group. And I was like, I want to go to school for this. I'm like, word. That's another topic. Going to college and stuff like that, because I went to college for that, but when, in mid-semester somewhere, I just felt like school was really sucking the life out of my creativity when it came to that.
Because it's not really getting taught other people's things and
how
to do things. I'm telling you.
Not to say that, I'm not saying that school is not, not for no one. Like I said, school isn't for everybody.
But gaining information is
But I love
for
knowledge, gaining knowledge. So my thing is, you can always gain the knowledge from whether it's outside school or not. You know,
just gain it a different way.
You can always get
experience. You can get it from experience,
yes,
or you can get it from people who've already been through it or who have already done it.
Right.
I'd rather get mine in experience.
Right. I feel that, you know, I'm book smart and street smart, and I'm still learning. So, you know, I wish I could have went back to college to finish college, but it was going to be for something totally different. But my thing is, like, when I was doing that, it kind of sucked the creativity of what I wanted to get done. 'Cause I feel like when it comes to art and stuff like that, you really can't judge that or grade it. Like, it's kind of like,
it's that person's own craft.
Yeah, I could slap some paint on this wall right now. You can't tell me that that's an F, because maybe I saw something in that color paint for me to slap it on that color wall and just wipe it or something or create something on it. And then you don't even know that piece of that wall could be worth $5 million to someone that in Paris who loves stuff like that. And
because not only did you, when you did it, you put your emotion and stuff in it. You capture art. You capture things. You capture emotion. You capture. You capture motion. You capture that's what photography is. That's what paint art is to capture a moment. Right. You get what I'm saying? So who are you to tell me that the moment that I just captured or the emotion that I just captured by doing that isn't real or it's not worth something?
Right.
So that goes back to you have to define the price of your work. Don't let other people do it for you. You get what I'm saying?
And not when it just comes to your work. I feel like you have to define your self-worth. Like, so, and that goes back to mental health too. Like, a lot of people feel like they're not worthy of whatever the case is going on or whatever's going on in life. I feel like if you have built confidence in whatever you want to do and whatever you want to become, and you know your self-worth, nobody can tell you no. And if they do tell you no, go back and buy the fucking building and kick their ass out and fire them.
That's one way of savagely doing some shit.
Period.
Go buy the shit. Well, there's a lot of artists who done did that shit.
Okay, they went back and Shaq done got, I don't know, his doctor degrees and stuff like that, and bought Krispy Kremes and movie theaters, all this shit, like in his hometowns and stuff where he
people buying their neighbor's house who be nagging and shit, who used to nag, they buying their house and shit.
Like, I mean, I love it. People be thinking like stuff like that is ignorant or just like petty, but I love it because you don't never know their story. I'm like, because at the end of the day, they had a reason to do what they did. They went through a lot of hell and ups and downs and no's to get where they had to get and whatever, and all they was probably wanting was some support and something like that. And
now y'all see them that they made it and y'all expect them to come back and do something for the community. No, they just gonna buy up everything and kick y'all motherfuckers out.
But that's been one of my goals though. I always wanted, like, when I make it, I always wanted to go back to my community. I'm from Newark, New Jersey, so they're rebuilding in our community and stuff like that, and I love to see it. However, like, they kicking like some people that was raised in it, like they kicking some family out, like, you know, because they can't afford these communities that they're building. I don't want to do that. I want to help rebuild the community, but we got to start with the people first. Like, these buildings and houses and stuff and parks and stuff, that's nice and dandy, but we got to start with our actual people that's in the community
to
first.
Take care of the shit.
We got to get these homeless people off the streets. And when I say that, I don't say like, oh, kick them out or mistreat them. I'm saying like, let's treat them. Let's treat them like they're actually human beings. Like, let's not just give them money or give them change. Let's give them education. Let's get them shots.
That's my thing. If we got all this money to be made, why? Because that person's lifestyle, he couldn't afford to go to school in order to get the knowledge to make money and shit like that. Why not help him out? So that way the homeless rate will go down. You get what I'm saying? And you can see other people succeed. And one homeless man can open up thousands of jobs for other people, just if you give that homeless man an education or something.
Yeah, and I've seen some talented homeless people.
Like,
like, if you go around the city, like, whether any city, I'm not just talking about where I'm from or whatever, but you got people that's drawing and trying to sell artwork. You got people that's doing music with like buckets and pans and stuff, and they only got like drumsticks. Like, you got people that's dancing, and I feel like they just and
poetry writers and rappers.
Right, I feel like all of them got a story. Like, I feel like they wasn't always this. I feel like something happened to them or whatever, and it got them to where they at. So I feel like we shouldn't judge them.
There's a guy seen who do magic tricks and shit. He just want to make people laugh. He don't want nothing. He just want to see people smile.
And that's
real.
That was like, you know, not to be all sentimental, but that shit kind of touched me though, because like, back to what we discussing, how everything be falling apart in our lives. We never know what other people are going through, and we be looking at things the wrong way sometimes. We looking at stuff like, oh damn, yeah, work, they got me fucked up at work. I'm tired of shit, da 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 da. But you got people that can't get work, that won't get hired. They struggling on trying to figure out when is their next meal, if this is their last meal. So like things like that kept me going, because I would think like, and it was always a reminder all the time. Before I took this leave, it was always a reminder for me to keep going, because it's just like
you're blessed to have a job, and other people out here ain't having it, or
something like someone I know or someone I just randomly, like, just something be going on in their life, and then you just look at like, shit,
I done seen a lot of people leave just other jobs in Amazon. I even went through it myself, where we leave a job and get fired from a job, and we was dependent on that job for the income or even for the benefits, and the person loses that job. So me just seeing that's what kept me going and keeping me humble, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I just want to put more time or craft into my podcast. But that also, doing something that you love also comes with sacrifices, because the lifestyle that you're living, and you have to work in order to maintain that lifestyle. If you want your lifestyle to change, you have to get rid of some of the stuff that you're having in your lifestyle. Like if you got this brand new ass car, dope ass house, all the latest electronics, all these designer bags, shoes, and all that stuff, but you're having to go to work in order to pay for it, but you really want to do something else, you're going to have to cut back some of that stuff. You're going to have to let some of them shoes go. You might have to let that car go and get a cheaper car, just to open up time, money, and stuff, because the time is money. You get what I'm saying? So the more time you got to put into that means you got more money also to put into whatever you wanted to do. And it's just certain sacrifice that we have to take that we haven't, that most of us don't want to take, and most of us are scared to take because of like stuff like that. People aren't having jobs, people aren't getting hired and stuff, so it makes you think like, okay, I got a job, but I also want to go do this and do that, and I'm over here complaining because I got a job and it's working me too hard, when there's people who not getting worked at all. So you can choose whether or not to pay your bills or to put this money on that. They don't have the money, period. They can't do anything.
True.
So it's a lot of things that can keep you humble in certain situations like that. But at the end of the day, I always say you have to do what's best for you. You can't live your life worrying about what everybody else or what worked for them and stuff like that. You have to live your life too.
Right. And me being in that, like I said, that car accident, COVID, like all of these are examples that life is short, and I feel like sometimes you gotta do some crazy shit. Listen, when I say that, I don't say
get it cleared up.
I would say legal crazy shit. Like when I say that, I'm saying like, you know, sometimes you gotta put some things at risk, because if you don't put anything at risk, it's like, what was your point of living? Like, that's how I felt. Somebody may take it different, but I felt like we was all put on this earth to do something or whatever, and I felt like if you don't take risks, then what you live for? Like, I took a risk by dropping all shit and moving from Jersey to Georgia, because I felt like it was really, like, I love Jersey. That's my home, and
you
I will always
better
love
experience and opportunity.
For a better opportunity, and what I want to do and what I wanted to become and achieve, I felt like this is the move I had to make. So, you know, what I did, I transferred my work. I, you know, sold most of my things. Like, if you know the little cartoons when they have like the little stick with the little bag on it, it's kind of exactly what happened. Like, I didn't have no clothes. I had whatever clothes I had. You know, I didn't have any television, no furniture. Like, I got rid of everything, and I just, so when I ain't fly, we
Yeah, but you had to keep that job in order to maintain and do all of that stuff. But you were able to.
And some people don't even have that. So like, I was blessed to be able to transfer my job, but some people like they take the high risk and they just like.
But it's a lesson to be learned in all of that. Like you have to, whatever opportunity you presented within your life, take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? You were able to transfer to Georgia and keep your job instead of coming to Georgia and looking for a job and stuff like that. So you were afforded that. People who don't have a job and stuff, there's opportunity. You can go collect unemployment, take that money and invest in and do something, because you're going to be home sitting here anyway because you can't get a job. So you might as well get the little money they offering out, even though it's not be enough to cover all your bills. You can cover some of them. You can also take your time and build something. You get what I'm saying? So it's just different avenues for people, and the higher up you get, once you get a job, take advantage of whatever opportunities that presents to you to help you be able to stop working for that person and work for yourself. But you can't leave. I'm a firm believer is living above your means, or living because Tom, Dick, and Harry over here living it up. And you can't really, you're not making the money Tom, Dick, and Harry made. You get what I'm saying? So you can't live that lifestyle. You can live it, but you'll have to slave to a job, 2 or 3 jobs. You get what I'm saying? And you'll never have time for yourself, the people around you, or to build on the stuff that you want to do. You get what I'm saying? So live the lifestyle that you can afford and go out there and build on that.
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
It's like, why keep faking it till you make it instead of just don't fake it and just wait till you make it. You get what I'm saying? Live the lifestyle that you can afford, and when you make it up there, it's because you save money, you put the time and effort into it.
I agree with that too, but nowadays this generation alone, as you've seen, that there's a bunch of people that we can count on our hands, that people that faked it and actually made it. Yeah. So I agree with everything you're saying, but I've seen, I'm not going to name no celebrity or name some people, but I've seen people that fake it and whatever the hell they was going through, and they actually made it and they actually became successful. But so my question to you is, do you have any, other than that, what we was talking about, do you have any like celebrities or anybody that you look up to that, you know, they told a story of how they made their struggle and how they made it, and like being humble and getting today successful? For example, when I was saying that, you know, I packed my things up and I left, and I changed my job and came to Georgia. For example, I looked up to Taraji P. Henson. That's exactly I read about her and read her thing, and she was like, you know, I graduated high school, I think, or college, or one of those. I'm sorry.
She only came down here with.
She had a baby and like
$1,000 in her pocket.
Something like, yeah, like, you know, a little bit of money in her pocket, no job, and came out to Hollywood. That's a big risk. Like, you know how expensive Hollywood is? First of all, that's one. 2, you a brand new mother. So it's like, you know, and look at her now, and she's still just getting started. So, like, that's one example. Another example, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, but that's a big inspiration to me.
Like, you know, he, you know, his father was a wrestler, and you would think, oh, okay, his father's a wrestler, he's working in the family got it. But, you know, back in the day, like, everything was.
He was just working the gimmick. That's what he's. Right. Have you seen the Young Rock show?
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch it yet.
Oh man, you gotta. He's running now. He's like running for president. And I'm voting for it.
I'm with it. You know, that whole $7 story, that gives me all the time, because one, he always tells that story about I moved there, I did this where I had only $7 in my pocket. There was times where, you know, I had nowhere to sleep. I had a show the next day, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to look for work, da, da, da. And then to get as one of the wealthiest, like, businessman, like, in entertainment, and then name his company the $7, you know, a company, whatever. I think that's inspiring.
He got an energy drink out. He got a lot.
Drink, movies.
He got a lot going for himself, and he's a big inspiration too, because it's like growing up, like, I didn't know it until now, but like I've always loved him and stuff. But like when he did the song with his daughter, from Moana,
yeah,
that I used to love seeing those videos. But I just recently learned, like watching the Rock movie, that like I knew that about wrestling and how people call it fake and stuff like that. But when you watch his shit, it's gonna make you think of wrestling in a different like no, it's not just fake. It's
they're working his new show. Now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's called working the gimmick, and you know what I'm saying. And that goes back to what we was talking about, the faking it until you make it. I think a new term for that should be working the gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just working the gimmick that you have. You're just playing it. You got people thinking that you're real. You going out. They don't know you just went to the store and stole all of this and did all of that. And now you got these new damn jeans and pants and t-shirts, Jabono jeans.
He's snitching on y'all.
And shit like that.
Shit, he's snitching.
So they don't know what you did to get that, to fake it and stuff like that. But it's also a different way of going about it and being humble. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got Lil Baby and stuff like that who they came literally from the trenches and they sold and did this, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? He stayed in his lane. He wasn't out there flaunting like, hey, look at me, I got this bread. And he do that shit now because he having it. But back then he stayed low key and he grinded and did what he had to do and had to do his time and do all that shit. So it's different. It's two ways of going about getting successful and stuff. And I just feel like everybody's out here trying to fake it to make it. And there's too many people trying to fake it to make it for any one of these people that's faking it to make it to get seen.
Right, I agree.
So if you got everybody out here faking it to making it, or out here everybody trying to run the gimmick and stuff, you be the person that don't run the gimmick. They'll see you like, okay, he doing something, he telling his story, he doing something, trying to help the community or trying to build something, but he ain't got the material, he ain't got the everything he need to do, and they'll want to help you. You get what I'm saying? Versus you out there faking it like you have it, they think, oh shit, well he got it. I mean, he good on his own, and that's one hell of a way to grind and come up. But
and that goes back to mental health too, cause all like trying to keep up with the
Kardashians.
Keep up with the Kardashians. What was the other one? Keeping up with the
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
No, not Tom, Dick, and you miss Tom, Dick, and Harry. I didn't hear that. That was some new shit for me. I know keeping up with the what is it, the Benjamins or whatever they came. What was it?
Keeping up with
whatever that rich ass family was.
The Jeffersons, some shit.
Yeah.
I think it's keeping up with the Jeffersons.
Like that goes back to the
keeping up with the Jones. Appreciate
yes,
it.
Thank you. That's mama in the back. like all of that stuff. That go back to mental health too, because like, you know, you feel like you have to keep up with all of this stuff and you not really living that lifestyle, so that kind of fucks it up too. I want to make it mental health just about financial reasons, because like there's a lot of personal, emotional, whatever the case may be, like reasons for mental health. So, but that was one of the main topics about mental health, be financial situations. Is there like any physical health that you probably like went through that incurred to like mental health? Like you do modeling and stuff like that. So was there ever a point in time for you like that you felt like, oh, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm too this, and you have to? Okay, so that's a good question. Okay, so growing up, first of all, I was the same size my whole entire middle school, going into freshman year. I was the same size. So I used to be really skinny. So I was skinnier than this. So I was skinny, like, but I was always fashionable and into all of that. So I was just studying fashion and designers and you know, and trying to believe that I could be a model, because I always got that either I could be a basketball player or a model, and I did both. I did basketball. I wasn't as great as first, so I ain't going to lie. But I mean, I got some trophies. So we could get a 1-on-1. But I'm just saying, back in the day.
You found that you're better at modeling than you are at basketball.
True,
okay.
But I ain't afraid to jump on the court. Like, you know, I'm gonna use my height for something. You know, I know. But anyway, yeah. Like, you know, I used to be insecure about my body size, because I was like, you know, I'm too skinny to do this particular type of modeling, or I didn't like a certain feature of my body type, like I didn't like my nose because it was too big, or something, like I felt like it was sticking up my face, or when I wanted to do a headshot, or I felt like I wanted a big muscular body, but I I had a fast metabolism. I couldn't get that. I used to eat like crazy, but it wasn't. I used to eat like crazy because I wanted to have my body. Like I just used to eat. I used to be always hungry, but I would not gain weight. I used to just be skinny all the time.
So did you start like working out? Did you like? What are some of the things that you did to like? Help combat some of the insecurities.
Right. So what I did, and I noticed that was a big, huge thing in the industry when it came to modeling. Like people would be trying to like, probably the opposite. Like they think they fat, and then the anorexia and all that shit. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to end up like that, or do anything crazy like that. So what I did was I did my research, a healthier research to work out more often, and what to eat, what not to eat, or what to eat to gain some weight and stuff like that, or exercises that may help certain body parts that I didn't like. I also grew out of my insecurities about my nose or whatever feature I didn't like. I love my nose. I love everything about my nose. I love everything about my lips. I don't give a fuck about
none of that no more. And how long did that take? Like, what was the process? Before you could actually sit and stare at yourself in the mirror and be like, I love who I am and I love how I look. You know what I'm saying? Or not have any doubts and be like, damn, is my nose too big or my lips? You know what I'm saying?
It kind of started. It started like around freshman year. Well, around freshman year, I did a fashion show when I was younger, but when I wanted to actually get into modeling, whatever it is, I think I was like going to freshman year, because that's when I was still doing school. I was a freshman in high school, and I was also taking classes in modeling acting classes in New York. So I was at this point I was in PA, so I used to travel back and forth because I was like, oh, I know I want to do this is what I want to do. So that's when it had started with me having my insecurity of certain stuff, trying to make it. But I guess as I got older, I don't know when that kind of like got comfortable with myself. It kind of just happened. Like I just got comfortable with myself, and it wasn't even had nothing to do with the insecurities of my physical look. It was kind of like not just only that, but I am gay, so like that happened. So it was all like a bunch of shit all at the same time. So it was sexuality, mental, physical trait, insecurities. There was personal shit with family. There was things going on at school. There was a whole bunch of shit. That's why I tell you, like, growing up, it was a whole bunch of shit. And I can say that I've been through a lot of shit, but like I said, it could be people that have been through a lot of shit more than I have, but I can only tell my story. So,
talk your shit. That's
yeah,
what you're here for.
I can only talk, like, I'm humble.
Inspire other people to want to tell their story. That's what this
exactly.
is about.
I'm humble too. I'm humble, and I'm gonna talk shit, but I'm humble enough to tell my story, so that way anybody else that's going through something, they'll see me now and be like, oh well, look what he's doing. He's on a podcast, and we talking shit, and this is about to blow up. This podcast is gonna be legendary. Cause he gonna make it, and then we're gonna be back on this like, damn, remember we sat on that couch or whatever eating sour worms, and I'm drinking in this cup talking about shit about Amazon.
What's the name talking about? So y'all better be careful what y'all say. They gonna come and fire y'all asses.
Let me tell you something. I said this. I just recently said, I've been saying this all the time. I'm gonna be who I am, and I'm gonna talk shit regardless. But when I do make it, and they find this tape, let me tell you something.
Cool ass managers already got this tape because they done subscribed, but I don't think it's done made to the.
If it's up, then it's stuck. Shout out to Cardi with that. If it's up, then it's stuck. And I'm like, and I feel like, if Amazon ain't cutting me, like when I make it and Amazon ain't cutting me a check to play nice, then I'm gonna keep it real. If Jeff was sitting right here at the table, Jeff is a billionaire. If he was sitting at this table and asked me, how you work at Amazon, if he just cut me a check in the back for like some money to tell me that it was cool, I had a good ass time, I'm gonna be like, well, what year you want? Because I did 9 years of service for your company. So I'm like, I could start from the first year and work my way up, but it's not gonna get pretty. like I said, other than that,
it is what it is. It's up, then it's up. Shit, y'all heard it from him. I've
Not
been saying
saying,
it.
like I said, we're not just talking about Amazon. We talking about like
warehouses in general or other jobs.
Ain't like this ain't like no union or none of that shit. I ain't trying to do all of that. I'm just saying, like, you know, I got to speak for the people that don't get a voice.
chance, or they scared because of some of the fears that I just brought up, getting fired and shit like that. So.
Yeah, but you got the if you got the right to speak your mind, and you working for the company, and you putting your, especially after the COVID, like we putting our lives at risk.
They done damn stopped like, when I thought every other job that I've heard about, even other warehouses, they still doing hazardous pay. I don't know what the hell happened to Amazon.
Child.
I don't know who the hell woke up that morning and said, "Damn, we losing too much money. Let's stop paying them." But he need to be beat upside his head.
Next subject. Sure, that's crazy.
So, and your time off, have you been paying attention to what the hell been going on social media and shit?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What's caught your eye?
It's the damn stimulus check. Hell yeah. And then I just found out we supposed to have a fourth one. They didn't talk to a fourth one. Hell yeah, I've been paying attention. Yeah, run that shit here. That are you talking about like political or like just anything?
Political, social,
because
heaven, hell.
Like wow. I was about to, you know what I was about to say when it came to that.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
So let me tell you something. Oh, I'm gonna make y'all mad. Stop it. Because one thing on me, like I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Which one you want to talk about?
It's up to you. Whatever you want to talk about. I'm chilling.
Okay, well, let's see what caught my eye. Like other than the stimulus, you know. Okay.
How much the stimulus check supposed to be though? Hold on, we can't.
What
we gotta inform the people how much it's supposed to be.
If somebody else know, then let me know. They didn't say what the price. They didn't say how much it was gonna be.
I heard something about $1,000 a month. It's supposed to be.
Cold shit. Yeah, run that. That'd be cool. I think it should be more, but that'd be cool.
So you don't have no other information other than that? They in the talks about it?
I mean, that was pertaining to me as an American, but
we're gonna go hit up the tax guy on TikTok. We'll let y'all know later. That's who I be getting all my information from. Shout out to him.
Right. Tell him to hit me up too and let me know when he knows some shit.
Yeah, I want the exclusive package. You know
I want the diamond, the platinum package.
Yeah.
Well, any package they got, let me know.
He be knowing all the information. It's another lady on there, but I just got hip to her. She be giving some good information too, but that's my guy.
Okay,
so
let me ask you a question. Since we're talking about things online and social media and stuff, let's talk about more recent. Lil Nas X.
I knew you should have go there.
I know you said heaven and hell. That's the first thing I thought about. I was like, oh,
I'm with the Chick-fil-A shoes.
You said Chick-fil-A shoes?
Yeah, they in response. I think it was more like a joke, but like he apparently he released the shoe without Nikes. No, he bought the Nikes and just painted his logo and did all that shit to him. Oh, Nike didn't know nothing about it. That's why they suing his ass.
I thought so. They suing him or they suing? I don't know about that. I was talking about the video, but
yeah, I mean, all this ties into the video and shit because he came up with the shoes because of the backlash and because of the video and shit. Because people are like, what the hell, you dancing and twerking on the damn devil?
But you know what? Fuck all y'all. I love this shit. Let me tell you something. Cause y'all so hypocrite. Let me tell you, y'all. Did you see the Throw Babies video?
I can't say I have.
Throw Baby, you didn't see the video?
I heard the song.
That's prerogative too. Like, what the fuck? Like, let me tell you something. Ain't no rule out here. I'm not saying I'm a heathen because I'm not gonna say that. You know, I've been raised by Christian. My grandmother is a Jehovah's Witness. Like, you know, I'm not saying I don't believe in God. I do believe in God. I do believe there's a higher power.
This is a comfortable place. You good.
I no judgment. There's a higher power. I do believe all of that. But I also believe that people have the right to express their creativity in a way that we've been sheltered. Like we've been told that we can't do this. We can't express our Christianity. We've been told that we can't be gay. We've been told that we can't do all this other shit. We've been told that we can't, period. And I'm not just talking about black people, I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about everybody. We've been told or we've been raised that we can't do certain things or we can't do it. But who the hell is telling us that we can't do it? That's what I'm saying. He made this video, I honestly feel like he made this video for a reason. For it to be controversial, because think about it. If you told me I can't do something, you know,
it's like
and
a
I have
social
all,
norm
like you
to
tell me I can't do something, and I feel like, well, why can I do it? And you not tell me an accurate reason why I can't do it. Why you know, because you don't want to be a controversy. But who are you to say that's actually controversial? Because it's people out there that's already doing it. That's one, and there's people that they probably doing it, but they're not in the public eye, or they're probably doing it, but they don't have that platform, you know. But my thing is like,
I think with his platform, he gave it. I think everybody think he's had a target audience to people who worship the devil and Illuminati. That's where all of it went. It could have been, like I said, to just start a controversial topic about Christianity or just or LGBTQ people being condemned to hell because of who they are and shit. It's a lot of different ways.
That's how I feel like he basically made a mockery, because people say, oh, he made a mockery of the Bible, he's going to hell.
A lot of people say the Bible's...
but do you got some people that already had...
That don't really believe the Bible, and they believe in God, but they believe in God and stuff. Like,
right, you already have people that mock the Bible. Like I said, I'm not saying that I'm mocking the Bible. I'm just saying what people is afraid to say. You got people that's already mocking the Bible, so why when he do it, it's a problem. Like, he wasn't even mocking...
That's the Illuminati shit.
Yeah, he wasn't mocking the Bible. This is how I felt about it. I may be wrong, but this is from my observation. He may have been mocking the Bible only because the Bible was always thrown at the LGBT community, because they always thought like, okay, if you gay, you going to hell. So then he was like, okay, y'all want to play it like that? All right, fuck it. I'm gonna bring hell to y'all.
Even like a broader, the Bible in the past was used to make people, or to enslave people, or to make people do the opposite of, or change. Like, the Bible's there to basically say, the reason why I'm treating you like shit is because it's in the Bible. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, but that don't sound really godly, don't you think?
Yeah,
like,
and when they enslaved us, they kept making it seem like the Bible wanted us to be enslaved. And then with the LGBTQ community, they make it seem like the Bible says, oh, they don't like gay people, he gonna condemn all y'all all gonna die.
Then you got some people that's in separate religions and stuff like that, or not even religious. You got people that's saying that's not even in the Bible. Like, that's not what it says in the Bible. You got people rewriting the Bible. There's so many versions and volumes of the Bible. And all of that, yeah. There's like, so you know, I'm just saying, like, I feel like how I do is like, I treat people how I would want to be treated. Whether, I don't give a fuck if you black, white, orange, purple, gay, straight, transsexual, whatever like that. Like, if I want to be treated with respect, or if I want to be treated like a damn human being, I'm gonna treat you the same way, unless you try to, you know. But that's for another story. But I'm just saying, like, you know,
I think it's more so the I don't give a fuckness that he has about the shit. Like,
but I love that.
Like, he posted it, he did the video, then he came out with the shoes. Then he did the Chick-fil-A thing, and then he posted a reaction video saying, for all of you who I offended, and then just showed the specific part of him going down the shit, dancing on the devil and doing all that shit. I mean, I just think he's very raw about it, and a lot of people ain't ready for it. Like, even me, I wasn't ready to see that shit.
But that's the argument.
I've started to understand. I've looked outside of just, okay, it's Illuminati, it's devilish. He could have been making a statement about the LGBT community being like a Salem witch trial by the Bible and by Christians in general because of who they are. So he could be talking about a lot of shit. He could be trying to bring a lot of shit, but it's just like I said, it was out of nowhere, really, get what I'm saying? And it was more so like,
I don't feel like it was out of nowhere. I felt like, first of all, if you really paid attention to Lil Nas X career, if you really paid attention, especially if you were in the part of the LGBT community, if you really paid attention, they was attacking that boy as soon as that boy came out about him being gay. He was attacked. He was already attacked because he was black doing a country song with a country singer, and it blew up platinum.
And they took it off the country, and then Billy Ray got on it and put it
right.
back on the country.
Right, y'all was already. They was already attacking whatever. I don't think this came out of nowhere. I felt like this was.
Now that I think about it, I see like the change to the pink jacket. He started wearing the pink jacket in Old Town Road. He did the Panini song with the baby. And then his music just started to evolve there to different worldly shit, like the different people he transforms into and becomes in his music videos. Mm-hmm. Like I seen it like coming, like it was elevating, but I think like I just don't think like me and anybody else expected him to drop anything like that this soon.
You know why? Let me tell you why. Cause y'all gonna keep pushing these gay people to their fucking limit. Like y'all keep pushing us, and y'all thinking like, okay, you know, he's gay, and they use faggot and stuff like he ain't gonna do shit. You know, he gonna quit, he gonna stop. And then that's just gonna make us stronger. That's gonna just like think about it. If he was accepted for how he is, you think he would have put out this video like that? I mean, it'd be all Illuminati-ish and devilish. They was calling us that because of our sexuality. So it's like we kind of like giving y'all exactly what the fuck y'all want. Like, but at the same time, I'm making money off it. Y'all made a mockery of who I am because who I am. So I'm gonna make money off the mockery that you try. Like, so I get it. I love that. I love that type of attitude. And I feel like the world was just not ready for that topic. But who's to say that he didn't have to deal with this by himself? Like, you know what I'm saying? He had fans, of course, but you know, instead of him, and this goes to like artists and stuff like that, you see all these people having documentaries about them going through having mental health. This goes back to that, and having overdose and get into drugs and all the stuff like that. For example, Demi Lovato, the documentary of her being an alcoholic and because all the stress and everything she was going through. Y'all driving these artists off the damn wall because they want to be creative with what they want to do and with their art, and you telling them that go back to like
conversation with art.
What we was talking about with me being in school, y'all telling them like, no, this is not it, this is not how it's supposed to be, or saying no, but who the fuck is to say that? The Bible? No, the Bible didn't say that. I mean, and if it did, I don't know what Bible I learned, but I'm just saying, like, it. And then get mad when they use everything y'all pinned against him, and then he used it in his own creative way. Now he worships the devil. Oh, now he's Illuminati. But he's mocking the shit out of y'all, you know, and I love it. I'm here for every little thing, you know, because at the end of the day, he didn't have to do this. He didn't have to do it this way, and he could have been so creative in a whole other way, but it was the criticism and him not being accepted for his work ethic and him just whatever. I feel like Old Town Road could have blew up, and he could have went in a direction where he pleased
everybody and didn't please himself.
Well, that, or he could have went in a direction where he did something else with his creativity, but even when he didn't have no music out, he was still taking criticism.
I think this shit was planned. Now that you say this, I think the shit was planned. Like he knew, okay, I'm gonna come out Old Town Road, boom, that's gonna blow me up, do a little feature, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna become an artist and use that platform to really, like, I think he's been feeling this way.
I mean,
I'm just saying, like, he probably in his mind knew what he wanted to do already with his platform, and to everybody else, they thinking this is some sadistic change because he became popular. I think he already knew what he wanted to do. I think he knew what he wanted to do.
Are you saying that he knew what he wanted to do besides the criticism, or are you saying he knew what he wanted to do because of the criticism?
Because of the criticism he's probably received in the past. Or just the criticism that he's seen before he got famous. It could have been that even though he probably didn't come out until he got famous, but he always knew who he was. But the shame and stuff that he's seen around him, he said, okay, I want to do something about it. I'm going to create this song. Everybody going to be hip to this song. It's going to get me out there, get me where I need to be in front of everybody. And then, boom.
I would say, okay.
I don't think it was an Illuminati decision. I think it was something that was personal.
I agree. I could agree to that because I know for a fact, me, if I became an artist and I took a record and then boom or whatever, once I'm in the gate, that's it. That's your ass. I'm coming for everything y'all dislike. I'm coming for everything. And that's not even to be petty.
Eminem did it. Jordan did it. J. Cole's doing it. Look, and they coming for all the artists and stuff that ain't shit and that suck at rapping and doing all that.
And when Lil Nas X doing because he's black and gay, oh shit, like, oh you like him, you Illuminati, you mocking the Bible, Bullshit. First of all,
I see why
feel
people
like-
think he in Illuminati, but now I see it from a different perspective.
And he had an interview and even said that, yeah, I was a little raunchy on this song. He said some things, whatever, but no one else that's gay, that we have some gay rappers. We have some talented gay ass fucking rappers.
Yeah.
We have some talented. I have some friends that are gay rappers. Like, and I don't like saying gay rappers. I like to say they're rappers who happen to be gay, but they will rap around all y'all favorite artists that's out here now with a record deal. And I'm gonna give a shout out to some later. But let me say, I just feel like he said there's no one saying these things. They're like, why do this? Like, he said I wanted to bring it to the forefront because it's so cliche. Like, you have straight men talking about eating pussy, being pussy up, da 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 da. You got women talking about their pussy and whatever, and getting dick and da 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 da. So when a gay person says that we supposed to accept gay community, LGBT community, whatever, but when a gay person puts it in their music, we supposed to like ban it or something. We just supposed to be like, oh, this is too much, like da 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 and third. I'm like, why? Like, you can't accept LGBT community halfway. You know, I'm pretty sure there's other letters in that, but come on.
To all the new letters and everybody that's coming out.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so did you hear about the I probably done touched on it before, but have you heard about the super straight crew? The people who say they're super straight?
What is that?
It's a new group. Like how you have lesbians and gay people, there's people called super straight, meaning like they only date people who were born the opposite sex. So you can't be a transgender, you can't be anything else. They won't never date you. They're super straight. Because you know how some people might say I'm straight because I'm with a woman, but my woman used to be a man, but now that she's a woman, I'm straight. Because I like women, but I just happen to like this woman and she used to be a man, but that doesn't make me gay. You get what I'm saying?
So that's not so.
No, super straight is they don't care if you're transgender. Well, they care if you're transgender or anything like that. If you're not born the opposite sex that they want. So if a man isn't born a man and a woman sees you, and it's getting the word. Okay, if a woman is born a woman, yeah, it sounds stupid. That's why I can't get it out.
Exactly.
If a woman is born a woman and transforms into a man, the other woman, like me, say if I'm a woman, I won't accept that because you used to be a woman, even though now you're a man, and vice versa. If I'm a man and this girl used to be a man, but now she's a girl, even if you were to find this goddamn girl, and I couldn't tell that you used to be a man or anything, I, by definition, cannot be with you because I am super straight.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard. Excuse my language. I never heard of that.
It's some shit that was been spiraling up on TikTok and shit.
Super straight.
Super straight. It's a bunch of other shit. I don't fucking understand it. Shit sound fucking retarded in my head.
Let me tell you something. We got all these sexual shit. We got straight. We got homosexual. We got transsexual, pansexual. Yeah.
Some other shit.
I'm
not saying like shit
monosexual.
like that,
I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you something.
Be who you are.
I don't like labels either, just as much as anybody else. I just announced that I was gay, but that was just to an understanding that y'all understand my
background and where I'm coming from,
or preference to the story I was talking about. I love female. I feel like female are one of the most beautiful creatures on this fucking planet. However, I have a sexual preference. I like boobs though. I do like big ass boobs. I like nice ass boobs, and I love a nice fat ass too. But I'm saying labels, like all these sexual labels, I can't even keep up. That's why I was just saying, like, I feel like I must be an alien. I don't know. I just feel like, why do it matter who I have sexual relationships with or marry?
Why do we have to put a name on this shit?
Like,
be who you gonna be.
Why do it matter to you who's in my bedroom if it's not affecting you? You feel me? That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna say why put letter, but if don't force a letter or a name onto somebody. If they accept that name, if they accept being called gay, he, she, them, and stuff,
if you accept
then that's
you know.
them. But don't force that onto people, and that's what I feel like a lot of stuff is being done in y'all community.
And this goes back to the Bible thing about, oh, he's a heathen because, you know, he worshipped the devil, or he and this and that. They've been trying to say that Beyonce worshipped the damn devil. I don't know, but I love her music. I love her work ethic. I love how she is. If she worshipped the devil, well, shit, she must be doing a good job hiding that shit, because she's been, any money that she make or whatever, she's been helping out her hometown. She's been making companies to help out these natural disasters and jobs and shit. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of stories behind closed doors with anybody, but when you think about it, like, the world is so negative with so much, it's just so much shit all at once. And I'm the type of person that I sit back, sometimes I don't even need a blunt. I just be looking at people, and I just be looking at certain situations and just like, well, why are we doing things like this? Why are we doing things to each other for what?
So, talking about like giving back and helping and doing shit like that, did you hear about that Kylie Jenner shit where she's trying to raise money to build, to get surgery for her friend, even though she's a billionaire or millionaire or whatever? It's like, she's rich as hell and she's trying to build
GoFundMe account.
Yeah,
thing?
and she's trying to get.
Now, what was that about? Because I didn't read the whole thing about it.
So basically, like, her friend got into an accident or some tragic happened to her friend. I'm pretty sure it was an accident. And she's trying to get, she created a GoFundMe to raise money to pay for the surgery that her friend needs. But other people are like, you're rich as fuck. Why are you trying to create a GoFundMe when you can just pay for it yourself if she's such a close friend?
A perfect example. My thing is, if I felt that way about, like, bitch, you rich, why the fuck you can't pay for it? Then just don't fucking fund the account. Like, why do I have to post blogs and shit criticizing her because she don't want to help her friend pay for her surgery, or she's asking me for my income to pay for her surgery? Like, you don't know what nobody's dealing with, whether she got the money or not. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she is, like, that's pretty fucked up for a friend. If she do have the money and she could pay for it and she don't want to pay for it,
or the friend maybe don't want her money,
or maybe the friend don't want her money to pay for it.
So she come out with a different way.
Yeah, she coming out with a different. It'd be so many things, but my thing is like, okay, if I may feel that way, like what, bitch? What the fuck? You aren't you rich? Like, you got a whole multi-million-dollar company and da da da. Why you can't pay for it? Whatever. That's just how I feel, whatever. But I don't have to criticize or go, like, be extra about it. I just won't fund the account. Like, I just won't, or it'd be $1 because that's all I got, or it'd be $5, like, because, or if it's something, if I do want to actually help, and maybe I will be criticizing her, but maybe I do want to help, so maybe I do try to throw some money, like, because I just want to help the
person.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's not about her; it's about the person who's actually, the GoFundMe is for.
Do you think that she would have got so much backlash if she wasn't as famous? Not saying that she wasn't as rich. I mean, because there's rich people we don't even fucking know about now. You know what I'm saying? So do you think she would have got as much backlash if she was just a normal person who just had money?
That's the thing. No, money is evil as fuck. Like, she got backlash because the whole point of the backlash is because she got money. Mm-hmm. And she's famous for whatever she's famous for, and she got money. So it's like, I feel like if she was a regular person, she would have not got the backlash, because what would be the backlash for? Like, that's what I'm saying. People worry about people. We worrying about people's bedroom, who's sleeping in their bedroom. We worry about people's accounts for what? If they're doing the work and doing what they're supposed to do,
to live their life,
live the life that they want to live, their life by any means necessary, and they not hurting nobody. Why are we pinning stories, or what do we really care? Like, why are we caring for that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then somebody, cause like that could be how I feel about the situation, whatever. And my number one rule for any situation, I always say that I can never say that you're wrong for how you feel. So say if you felt that oh, that bitch, you know, she.
I mean,
she,
I did
got
feel
money,
like that, but I understand, like, maybe her friend, it's a.
Okay.
Anytime I feel about a situation, I always have my initial how I feel after reading the situation, but actually put myself in that person's shoes and take some time to think about it, then I realize, okay, maybe her friend they have that type of relationship.
What the fuck?
Like, I wouldn't say that you're wrong for feeling that way. I feel like I wouldn't say that you're wrong for feeling that way. I would just say, like, okay, you're right. Maybe you could be possibly right. Like, and I may think the opposite, but I won't say that you're wrong for feeling that way. I would just, you know, be like, okay, well, because first of all, sometimes, and this goes back to people not sharing they issue with other people. I feel like people are afraid to already tell them how they feel about certain situations, or afraid to open up. So just for someone to even tell me how they feel, whether I disagree with it or not, I'm not going to say that you're wrong for how you feel in whatever situation case that may be. I would just I'll tell you how I feel about it, and if we're grown adults, we could communicate and see if we come to a compromise. And if we don't come to a compromise, that's okay too. Like, I feel like everybody take everything to the extreme, or like hold on a grudge for what. There's some people I don't fuck with, but is nothing personal. It's just like, okay, I don't fuck with you. It may be, or it's definitely a reason behind it. But, you know, I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, I don't fuck with him because he felt like I was a manipulator for some shit, or he felt like that. No, I'm going to say, I don't fuck with him because blase. I felt blase.
Have there been any relationships, even like at work or in your personal life, that you've let go, or because you didn't know the whole story, but now that you wish that you probably can see things from their perspective, you wish you could go back and fix that relationship? Like friendship or anything, not just like love relationships, like any friendships or anything that you've lost, that you feel like you just didn't understand where they were coming from or see where they were coming from, and you judged them too soon on something that they did, but you didn't really have the backstory.
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a blunt and a drink. But let me tell you something. I can answer that. There have been some relationships, whether it was friendship or relationship, there have been some, I wouldn't say that I regret. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've done some wrong too, like, you know. But since I always stuck by the rule of you're not wrong for how you feel. Oh, I can't say that you're wrong for how you feel. I stuck with that, and I stuck with being having communication between me two. There's probably one relationship that I had that I felt like I do regret. I can't even say I regret the relationship, because we actually are real close, and we're cool. Like, we have a neutral bond. We don't have to talk all the time, but I felt like I should never gotten in that type of relationship, because I got out of another relationship kind of too soon. So it was kind of like, whatever. But that person had fell in love with me, and I was like, you know, knowing that I wasn't in love with that person, I should have not done that. However, I thought that maybe that would be the person that, you know, change everything I thought about a relationship, because I was with someone else that, you know, kind of, you know, fucked up our relationship. You know, I was damaged a little bit. So you feel me? I do regret hurting him in the process, that I wasn't healed from the previous relationship. But I spoke to that person, and we had an understanding. You know, so I wouldn't say that's why I said I can't really say I regret that, because if it wasn't for that happening, you know, we wouldn't have a great bond that we had already. You know, and I wouldn't have not found out the things about that person, you know, if we didn't go through that stage. But there has been some relationships where I would say the other party probably regret, like, you know, hurting me, or, you know, and that's not me being cocky either. I'm just saying by observation, and that's because when I cut people off, like, and I'm like, I'm done, like, you know what I'm saying, I really mean that shit, unless we come to a mutual understanding, like, for, like, this person, like, you know, we cool, we're okay, you know. But if I cut you out completely or something like that, that means you really you really hurt me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do big. I don't do big with my feelings being hurt. You feel me? I'm not really. I wouldn't say I'm very sensitive or nothing like that. It's just that I'm really a tough cookie. So if you hurt my feelings, then I feel like you.
And it depends on how they hurt your feelings. Like,
and
if it's constructive,
how.
they hurt your feelings because they keeping it real with you, or they hurt your feelings because they doing something bad.
They was hurting my feelings because
I know. I'm just saying, but it's two different ways that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your feelings could get hurt, but you understand one over the other.
Right. So my thing is like I always been open. If I really like somebody, or when it comes to relationships, I'm always open. Like I'm open, except for that one person. But I'm always open. So it's like for you to hurt me, it's like if I gave you the floor to express how you feel, anything, you know, and you still end up hurting me, that's toxic to me. I feel like that's dangerous because like no one really is supposed to touch that type of feeling to me unless it's your family, or if it's someone you feel like you're gonna marry this person or you want to be with this person for the rest of your life, you know, of course. But my thing is like, you know, if you hurt me, I feel like that you have to be gone. You have to be gone. But they come around. They always come back. And
you go back?
Like, relationship-wise? Or you talking about just like...
friendships or whatever. Do you come back and apologize for your mistakes and your wrongdoings and stuff like that if you fucked up?
Well, I do. I tell them that too. Like, while we're still talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I tell them that while we're still talking.
So you don't leave shit burning. You...
I
close it. You close it off and leave it as it is until y'all can both come back and try to.
See, no, I don't leave shit. I bring everything to the table because I don't like.
I'm saying you leave it closed. You don't leave it to think or somebody to wonder like, damn, are we cool? Are we not cool? Or what did I do to him? Like, you let it be known why you're not fucking with them.
Yeah.
I mean that's respect. That's respecting that too, because
I feel like I know I would want to know. Like
off.
if I like you and you not fucking with me, I want to know why you not fucking with me, and it's gonna be burning like in my soul. Like why you not fucking with me? You know what I'm saying?
So why would you do that to somebody else?
Yeah. So why would I do somebody? Like I'm gonna let you know why. You know, and that's another thing. If I let you know why and you do the same shit, and then we going through the same thing, to me it's just like. Now I feel like now you're being disrespectful. You don't care.
Oh yeah, so definitely don't care.
So then this one's like, you know, you just kind of like.
Once you tell somebody what they're doing is hurting you, and if they don't try to fix it or change it, or you don't see them trying, they don't give a fuck.
And then there's sometimes that they come back around and they
after they don't grown and shit.
And then they come around and then I had this is a true story. I had someone, I was in a relationship for almost 4 years, and it ended bad, really bad. And then down the line, probably like a year or two after the separation happened, whatever, he actually told me like, I wasn't the best boyfriend, I wanted to apologize because I realized what I've lost, blah, 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 and everything like that, whatever. And then, I respect that, but that should be hurting me sometimes too. But I'd rather that than, getting hurt in a relationship. That kind of hurt me too, because it's like, all I wanted was like, obviously I didn't want it to get to the point where you lost me completely and then you have to come running back trying to apologize. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause I always wanted us to, like, even when we don't work out, I want us to be on good terms, because at the end of the day, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you share everything with them. So it's like, you don't, they could use that as an advantage to break you down. So it's like, it's kind of like you want to be on good terms with, or try to be on good terms. I don't say you have to be. I'm just saying, like, try to be on good terms with your past lover or your past relationship. In case be like that. I'm cool with, everyone that I'm actually cool with everyone that I've had talked to. Like, that one actually, I don't talk to him anymore, but.
There's no bad blood.
Ain't no bad blood though. Exactly. Like that was said, and then we tried to,
maybe work things out.
Not work things out, but like
be friends, cordial.
Yeah, cordial. But we actually just stopped talking. Like it just.
That's how it be.
But he moved on. He got a. He was in another relationship. He moved on and stuff like that. Happy for him and stuff like that. There's no bad blood between me and that person. you know, you go through shit to learn. So when you go to the next relationship, you know what red flags to look for. Today. So it's all
about thinking.
You know, we was dating throughout high school and going to college. So it was kind
of a lot of different shit that go on with your own personal self and trying to date somebody. Trust me, I totally
child,
understand.
Let me tell you something. When you dating something like the whole dating phase, child.
You ain't got to
That's a whole nother episode.
yeah, I'm gonna have to say that episode.
But that goes down also, like I said, I'm always everything I said, like all I told him today, I said, give me a topic. He said mental health, I said boom. Like this all goes back to mental health. Like you have people that go through mental health because of relationships. You got people that go to mental health because of financials. You go through mental health because personal other reasons, and just them not being
where they want to be or who they want to be, where they are.
Like that's why I said communication is key to a whole lot of shit. Like it don't take, ain't nobody putting a gun to your head telling you, you know, to shut the fuck up. Like I think you should speak on whatever you feel, whatever you should say, or something like that. Like he didn't force me to say anything here that I'm saying. Like, you know, it was kind of like, are you comfortable with saying this and this and that? I said, start the camera, give me a drink, and give me a gummy worm. And that was kind of what happened. Like, I was like...
So, appreciate y'all. This has been another episode of A Wave Society. This started off as a Wave podcast. You know that, right? You don't turn the whole episode into a Wave Society episode. An episode for a series that I haven't even been, you know what I'm saying, all the way ready to start, because it's about finding people who want to come and sit down and stuff like that and want to open up and tell their story. And then I have to find people to, you know, it's just a lot of stuff going with that. But you done just turned the whole Wave podcast into a Wave Society episode. So...
Period.
I appreciate you for doing
I appreciate being here. It's like having me, and I also want to give a shout out to, because I did promise to say this since we had a topic of rappers and LGBT community. I want to give a shout out to
Talk Your Shit.
I want to give a shout out to I Am Bori Quinn. I Am Bori Quinn on his Instagram. I Am Bori Quinn.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna put it right there.
Two N's. That's my homie.
It's gonna be in the description as well.
Hold on, I'm gonna get y'all. Hold on, cause I said I was gonna do that. I Speak Jersey. That's my homie too. He's an artist as well. Send me these names and stuff so I can check them out too. And check out my Instagram too. My Instagram is T-Bone4. He gonna put that up there.
I'm gonna put that shit right there.
But hit my DMs with questions and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm open. It's so funny that we had this podcast because I just recently spoke to someone on Instagram. They were saying, like, you know, I didn't think I could be open with you because of, you know, certain things that I've like answered on his Instagram when they had the questionnaires and shit like that. And I'm just like, well, that's just, you know, I apologize for having an honest answer, you know, that you feel like it probably hurt you or whatever like that. But you can always be open to me if you're talking to me. Like, that's just...
Y'all can come sit your asses down on the Wave, Wave Society. And
you know, that's on social media because, you know, that's privacy. That's entertainment for everyone else to see. But if you personally come to me, like, you know, you never
your story
know.
Inspired me and stuff and did this for me and did that. That's how I felt really with C2's story, man. When I tell you,
shout out to C2.
Yeah, shout out to her. She was supposed to be here. She couldn't make it. We're gonna get you on another one. But yeah, you need to most definitely send me those names and stuff so I can have them for everybody to go look them up and for me to listen to personally. But definitely need to come back and do another episode.
Yeah, it is. Definitely, I'd love to be here.
So definitely we'll try to get another one with you and C2.
Cause I'm gonna keep talking shit.
Hey, talk your shit. That's what I tell everybody.
Talk your shit. Be humble.
Yeah.
I'm copywriting that, so don't copyright it.
Period.
Talk your shit and be humble. Talk shit and be humble. There you go. Yeah, have a good night.
Well, I thank y'all for tuning in to a Wave podcast episode / a Wave Society, because Terrance just came in here and took the whole goddamn show over with and really touched on some much needed conversation on some deep shit. So
I made y'all mad today.
Yeah, he probably did make some of y'all mad and shit. But I've also gained a lot of different insights on shit, a lot of different views, and so I've learned something from this. So even if anybody else didn't learn nothing or felt some type of way or whatever, I know I took something from it. I know other people gonna take something from it, and the people who did take something from it, I'll build a different audience that way. So it's all about reaching out people. I don't do this shit just for a
Don't be
specific
scared of
audience.
knowledge, baby. Don't be scared of knowledge.
Hey, everybody got a different view, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in. More episodes to come. We out. Peace.
Also, I want to give a shout out to my best friend, Casimira Janelle. You can follow her on Instagram at Hey KJ. That's like 3 O's.
3 O's.
Hey HEYKKAYJAY.
It's all gonna be right there in the
Yeah,
description. I got y'all.
But shout out to best friend. We doing a YouTube channel coming out very soon. I want to talk about it real quick. So our YouTube channel is basically like, it's kind of like a rags to riches kind of story.
I understand it, most of.
But it's not gonna be all business and stuff. It's gonna be like all types of fun and pranks and games and stuff like that. Like best friend stuff. Like you know, she's an artist, upcoming artist. You know, she sings and and she's a songwriter too. So she's working with producers and all types of stuff like that. And with me and my acting and modeling and stuff like that. So it's like 2 friends basically going their separate individual lives with their career, but when we're together, we best friends and we silly and goofy as hell.
So let's talk about it.
Fun. Well, you gotta stay tuned to our YouTube channel. I can't give no stuff away, but because you gotta watch it. It's coming soon. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be hot. Just stay tuned. We don't have a name for the YouTube channel yet, but it's in works. Like, just stay tuned and follow our Instagram pages. I'm T-Bone Jr. 4 on Instagram. And like I said, at 30 Hey KJ on Instagram, like I said, and then we're gonna
follow me,
link.
all my followers if you ain't yet. Wise Kid, I'll be posting and keeping posting updates about their YouTube channel and
I'll be back to promote.
Yep. So there you go. So most definitely send me the information when you get the information, and I got you.
Bet. Gang gang.
All right, we outie.